Hey guys, Suro and Disney here, and I bet you didn't think you'd see me this early, or this late, depending on when you're watching this video. It's actually a little bit after 10:15 on a Thursday evening, and if you notice by the title of this video, it looks like we're going to talk Horror Nights 2 nights in a row, because I also said that there was going to be new speculation equals new video. So, have I got some speculation for you guys? So, I just got out of the Monuments Men, and AJ and I, of course, will be talking about that movie along with Vampire Academy and the Lego Movie tomorrow in AJ's movie review, and we have a really good versus, really fun versus, actually, that's coming up this Sunday. So, we've got that taken care of. Now, if you're judging by the title of this video, you'll understand that some new developments have come up tonight, and once again, just like yesterday, it's Hate to Fly one more time. Hate to Fly has become pretty reliable when it comes to getting things right. He's called a lot of things way before information was released to the general public. So, and normally I would say take this with a grain of salt, but in this case I think it's probably a good bet that, at least for this current moment, what I'm about to say is completely true. Or at least as true as it can be in February. Okay, now, yesterday's video, if you guys did not watch it, it's the HHN 24 speculation, Fate and Tomato Juice. I thought that was an interesting title to give that. And it plays in pretty well, because obviously the word Fate was thrown out as the first official code word, the official code name of the first official house for Halloween Horror Nights 24. Or so we thought. And, of course, with Dr. Jimmy's video, it played into the fact that I brought up, like I said, I talked about Bloody Mary, we talked about Dracula, I talked about the Lost Boys, True Blood, all this stuff, and now I've got something new. Well, earlier today, just like on Hate to Fly's Twitter, previous day, there were some cryptic messages posted. I don't know if these exactly were code words for houses or scare zone street experiences, just anything, because it just basically said the word or the sentence and then hashtag HHN24, which made me not have to be Sherlock Holmes to realize that, I wonder what is going to come out from this. It's going to actually be something that we need to pay attention to. And that is what exactly I did when I got back just a few minutes ago. Now, I'm actually currently eating my dinner, so I'm going to shoot this video out to you guys anyway, because this is important news, and this is where my advantage comes with having an iPod to shoot my video. I don't edit, so I can get the videos out to you guys even faster than somebody can. Which is cool, because that means I'm not going to say I'm getting the drop on everybody, but it's cool to say that I'm one of the first people that I'm aware of that actually gets to comment on their channels about this. So I would expect new videos very soon from the Horror Night Updaters, without any question. Shout out to my friends Vic and John. Awesome, awesome people, and I really hope to hang out with Mr. Psycho Massacre Films this year at Halloween Horror Nights 24. Now that being said, I also want to throw out this little tidbit of information. I actually have this in a notepad, so this is why Owen's going to look up in the air. So what do we got here? You had Fate, of course. We talked about it being maybe The Walking Dead, or being Insidious, or being American Horror Story. There's a guy named Tate, which rhymes with Fate, and that stands for pool. No, that's not the same thing. But still, thank you, Vic, for coming up with that idea. Tate rhymes with Fate, so it must be American Horror Story, right? Anyway, then there was a message that was posted that said, those who escape will never forget their master. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself, because first it said master, and that's it. Master, hashtag HHN24. And very appropriate, obviously, that we are going to be talking about the career of Philip Seymour Hoffman very soon here on Pop. Interesting that the master code word would come up. But when the actual sentence came out, forget their master, the first thing that came to my mind immediately was, obviously, Frankenstein's monster, which makes total sense, and that's probably, yeah, that's exactly what you're going to jump to, right, Owen? Well, yeah, probably, and maybe a new Universal horror house, potentially. Since we've already mentioned Dracula possibly being the connection in Dr. Jimmy's cryptic video, And then we've got this, talking about a master. Makes sense that we're going to have some cryptic comments about maybe a mummy or a wolfman sometime, or a creature from the Black Lagoon somewhere down the line. It would make sense this is a year for Universal Horror, which is actually 1 year too late. But I digress. So then there was a message that said torture. And then there was actually a sentence that said, we're pinned down, and in all caps, covering fire. What I think that to mean is we've been talking about sequel houses. And we've been talking about doing new, obviously with Havoc Derailed last year, we had the sequel to Havoc Dogs of War. And I think this year we're going to get another one, if not two. I think that they've talked a lot about this being a possibility, and I think that this cryptic sentence is going to equal out to the return of Nightingales. I think that's the right direction. I think that's going to be exactly where we're going to go with this. But this isn't what the start of the world spinning with Halloween Horror Nights rumors tonight. Oh no. It was something that was posted on the forums. There's a special forum if you're a member that is called The Stash. So, apparently this is a very secret stash. No, it's not in Red Bank, and no, it has nothing to do with Kev Smith. This is all about rumors. Yes, since I just got done watching Monuments Men, shout out to Colonel Hans Landa, Christoph Waltz, and Inglourious Bastards. Yes, I called him winning the Oscar twice. Now, let's talk about what we have here. So, apparently, I'm going to not necessarily read this verbatim, but kind of. So, I'm going to give complete 100% credit to Hate to Fly for this. And through the Orlando United forums on the internet, you can check him out at hate2fly. And you can check that out. Actually, I'll make sure real quick that I'm not calling his Twitter wrong, because I'm not going to say something wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. It's been a long day. It's hate2fly. Hate-T-O fly. One word, and that's HTF if you were following him. And Orlando United forums, this information was posted about an hour ago when we were finishing Monuments Men. It said that A&D is hard to work right now on creating something that we haven't had in quite a while. A new icon for Halloween Horror Nights. So me thinking that Bloody Mary might equal out to the return of icons, I was kind of right. So yay, Sir Owen Disney. So apparently this is going to be an icon of a prop master. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be. I'm sure that's not going to be their exact name or anything. It's just like a name, a placeholder to really figure out what this guy's name is. Or it could be a girl, who knows. It's Halloween Horror Nights. It could go either way. Don't forget, PS was a female too, and everybody thought PS was male, except this guy. Now, I'm sure a lot of other people said the same thing, but I said it online, so there you go. I'm sure a lot of you guys did too, but still, I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, apparently, this person is, you know, I'm gonna go with the exact message that Hate to Fly posted. It basically says, his interpretation, personally, is a madman who builds movie props used in films, but they also are used as torture devices in Hollywood, hence the torture hashtag HHN24 that he posted earlier. Now, apparently, this icon is going to have a house, and this house is going to be a workshop. Now, this workshop is going to be, you can be a voyeur checking out these torture devices, and who knows, maybe be part of one, seeing how vicious Hollywood can truly be. Now, apparently, before all, this is all speculation, but apparently before these torture devices hit the big screen, they're going to be walked through by your guests. That's what we got. And apparently we have scare zones, potentially. An interactive scare zone, a torture chamber. Kind of like where, Pain Lane. It kind of reminds me of Pain Lane at Hallow Scream, to be totally honest. I'm not trying to cross the streams by mixing HOS and HHN, but yeah, it kind of does somewhat. It's a little bit like Pain Lane. Apparently, the roaming hordes will be returning. These are people who have escaped their torture chamber idea. They remember the thing, those who escape never forget their master. Yeah, those will be the roaming hordes we're going to have this year. So we still may not have set, like, scare zones. We may go back to, of course, the street experiences like we had last year with The Walking Dead. But it doesn't seem like everything's going to be themed towards zombies this year. As a matter of fact, I think there's a good chance we may not see any zombies this year unless we actually do a Walking Dead 3 house, which I think that may happen still. Now, here's something that really excites me. There is going to be a special walkthrough attraction at Gardens of Allah. And for those of you that don't know, Gardens of Allah is basically... it's a shortcut to get over to Kid Zone. Yeah, I'll throw that out there. And they actually used it a lot during Legendary Truth last year. And I think that that will be done again. This time, they're going to set up actual movie props from Universal Horror Properties that you can check out during the event, which I'm guessing they'll probably be out during the day for day guests, so you don't actually have to go to the event to see these horror props, or they may just say, forget you, if you don't go to Halloween Horror Nights, you're going to get to see these things. You get to see, like, the green tarps, like we did with the burning zombies at Streets of Atlanta last year, the 23. So, yeah, there's also something else that was posted. And there's somebody that posted a message on the page, and it was kind of an interesting comment. I should have copied this, and sadly I didn't, so I'm gonna have to do it from memory as best I can. Apparently, there's also been discussion about a famous white mask. So there's only 2 things this could possibly be. A famous white mask, to me, points in the direction of number 1, which would be the one I would really, really want, because I'm a big mark for this franchise, and that would be the Ghostface Killer representing Scream, which is the last time we saw Scream at Halloween Horror Nights was Sweet 16, and it was part of the All Night Die-In Take 2. Well, another part of that All Night Die-In was Hellraiser. And they've already I talked about bringing back the Lost Boys and old IPs, and Hellraiser has been used before, like I said, in All Night Die-In Take 2. And Mike Aiello's over in the UK right now. And a lot of people are thinking he might be checking into bringing Doctor Who to Halloween Horror Nights this year, or in another year. But maybe, just maybe, they're actually talking to the people behind Hellraiser to bring a legitimate Hellraiser house to Halloween Horror Nights 24. The other option is the one that Mike Aiello has been wanting forever and a day. That is to bring a real Halloween house, the John Carpenter Halloween house, to Halloween Horror Nights. Whether it's going to be this year or next year, like I said, I think I said in the next 3 years we get a Halloween house. I almost guarantee it. Now, I know we're going to get a zombie Halloween house, but no. I'm talking a John Carpenter Halloween house, and it's going to be spooky, it's going to be freaky, and it's going to be awesome, where we face the shape one-on-one. So that's what I think that they're talking about by a famous white mask. So, it's interesting that we bring up this new icon who we possibly could get, this prop master, who apparently is all about torture devices. So yeah, the thing I talked about on the forums about the Dr. Jimmy videos and everything, talking about having my nightmare come true of a Tyler Perry house based upon a Medea Christmas. Yes, that is a torture device, folks. But still, it's interesting that we're talking here in February. I mean, the event doesn't start until September, so yeah, it's great to get our minds working, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens come April 1st when Dr. Jimmy's infamous video comes out, and then we can have even more speculation to read between the lines and see exactly what's real, what's a work, and what got changed. So yeah, that's really nice information that we get. Thanks to Hate to Fly for throwing this information out, and it'll be interesting to see where we go from here, what gets brought into the actual event, if we get Nightingales, or if we get I know Catacombs, they were talking about that. Who knows, maybe, like I said, talking about the IPs with the Insidious and American Horror Story, and maybe possibly bringing in The Conjuring, or like the video game houses, like Resident Evil house based upon a different video game, or maybe like BioShock, or possibly something like a Fatal Frame would be nice. Or maybe get Universal Monsters this year again. I know we had the house in 2012, which was my legitimate first house at Halloween Horror Nights, and I know it might be a little too early, and Dracula Rising didn't really do very well, and I think it actually got canceled. If it hasn't got canceled yet, I think it's going to soon. So, and that's more of an action-adventure thing. It's not most of the Dracula we're used to. So, yeah, it's great to get this information right now in February, so we can start speculating. Speculation is one of the best parts of this. I really enjoy the speculation of what possibly could be coming, and who knows where we're going to go from here. How's Legendary Truth fit into this? PS did find those props. So maybe the props are connecting us, the clue being the prop master, or whatever we call this new icon we could potentially get. Basically, bringing in an icon will make the diehards very happy. Bringing in IPs makes the general public happy. And in the end, Universal wins, and so do we. So, that being said, I want to shout out all my Halloween Horror Nights updaters friends out there. I will see some of you this year, and I will chat with you soon. And as always, if you like these videos, tell your friends about them, leave a comment, do subscribe, and help spread the word about Pop. If you'd like to like our Facebook fan page, it's Suro and Disney Pop on Facebook. And if you want to go old school on Facebook, you can be my friend, it's Owen Disney. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, at Suro and Disney, very simple, very easy to find. Last but certainly not least, if you want to send your thoughts, comments, queries, and opinions to myself, or to AJ, or to any of the other Popcasters, stuff you want to see on Pop, ideas for segments you like to see. We're going to have some brand new ones coming in the next couple of months after award season is over. And just want to say, we like you. You're doing a great job. Be my guest. Send me an email, suroanddisney@gmail.com. In the meantime, thank you guys and girls out there for watching. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I got to say about that.